He doesn't yet have a staff, nor even a deputy, and key parts of US Asia policy, including on the DPRK, are still under review. But US Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is heading to the region to try and reassure allies and to try and forge some sort of consensus with China on the best way forward in dealing with the DPRK threat. But recent ballistic missile firings and a fifth nuclear test by the North are raising tensions. And so is the deployment by the US of the THAAD ballistic missile defense system, which could also monitor Chinese and Russian missiles, and the deployment of US drones too.
The current situation on the peninsula is highly complicated and sensitive. We think that in such a complicated and sensitive situation, if they really hope for peace and stability in the region, the parties concerned should take more breaks and make an effort to put out a fire instead of adding fuel to the fire.
In a bid to reduce those tensions, China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi has suggested a freeze in US and South Korean military exercises in return for a freeze on weapons testing by the North. That has been rejected by Washington, defending the decision to deploy THAAD as requested by their South Korean ally.
It's a very utterly reasonable step for a country to take which sees itself threatened by missiles from its northern neighbor.
After a first meeting with Chinese State Councillor Yang Jiechi in Washington at the end of last month, Rex Tillerson will hold a second meeting in Beijing. Tillerson will also meet with China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi and hold separate meetings with President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Keqiang.
We are pursuing a results-oriented relationship with China, one that benefits the American people, and one that remains faithful to our allies and presses China to abide by international rules and norms.
Washington analysts say that results-based means the US wants to see quicker movement from Beijing on some key issues.
A results-based relationship with China really encapsulates President Trump's approach to dealing with this bilateral relationship. Trump has talked about how he wants the trade deficit, for example, dealt with. And he wants results.